En samsam bebre e koso wiase mu no America mampani wejai ni nyina oti ewiemuhyen a nyame adom a beye ochira napa na wekoduru Israel okota Israel fu echi ema womone Hamas fo akon over that Gaza eyi no na sisi a santokwa no Iran say senia enwoma ekono wa wonim Iran fo a womo ayem omo huruye a mojampa wo muchirimoda no Iran say womo so senia enwoma ekono de eyeden nka womo mpene saa sisi a no Lebanon say senia enwoma esi ekono womo so ansori a ensuo befa womo ase. Can you imagine Israel and Hamas kontokwa America ehuri kwam ekojina Israel fu echi afei Iran ene Lebanon fo so no eba ntokwanemu na wonimu ennioma a ewo saa empotem ho eye Middle East ho no yenhwe ye petrol samsam yiye kakra o petrol ene atumu wa Ghana ha ya tu petrol mu wanhwe me birthday request na kra price de betumi akọ high kakra ebusuya medidi agro kakra bat sa ntokwa we ya nhwe na ya mmọ ho mpaye kakra daachi bi obekese na me America mampani a owo mo abi kro mfa mo awo mo na wehuri atena plane mu a wo kwei okohye nkrofo na ebufuo Iran ene Lebanon wo modi wo ho agimu a ke bebia yati kakra be kayen me de tu enim ne ya ne ya bo ho mpaye wate krofo yo mo nhwa manka yendi ye bro nyi wiasa. Okay, ene 17th of October. Enuanom kakra wo mu edi wo mo awoda ene na meduru eno so krapo na oba ba ku bi a emse na bakosem no menjin de si ebenya wo ba bia na bakosem be se oba we ne din ede Gracia Machel. Yeah, unim sama ameno Gracia Machel ene wedi 78 years. Si ebodin Gracia Machel. She is a widow of former president of Mozambique, that is Machel, and also former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. Inti Gracia Machel and they would the 78th birthday no. She is the only woman. Let me put it in context. She is the only woman in modern history to have served as first lady of two countries, South Africa and Mozambique. It will be quite impossible for one woman to become first lady of two separate countries. But then she has achieved this feat. She alone, Gracia Machel, onunkwa eye first lady Emma Mozambique. Mozambique president Samora Machel. Oware Samora Machel, our first president of Mozambique in 1975. And anikunu ekunya car aeroplane ekwenshia 76. Eja Ukraini tibebi edwene ne ho na Nelson Mandela yeyi ni free prison mu Nelson Mandela be president on the 18th of July 1998 on Mandela's 80th birthday. Mandela ewareno ena Mandela so ewuja no 5 December 2013 obaba ko ne record we dey she da na me bia ke ewo Nelson Mandela na ye 80 years na marry you ne enye te hello ni 80 years ya mi ono na polenche na jachi is a few down. Hey, it's been a while. Did you know that today is the birthday of good old Ben Efson Jr.? Yeah, wherever you are, Ben Efson Jr., today is your 66th birthday. Happy 66th birthday to Ben Efson Jr. And we have a lot of musicians celebrating their birthdays today. The likes of, on the international scene, Ziggy Marley, it's his birthday today. Wyclef Jean, Eminem, and our brothers Kwabena, and guess who? Shatawale, SM for life. And I pay me Shatawale nyum, and then a Shatawale birthday. Onene Kwabena. SM for life. Happy birthday to Nana Kwame Adansi Chum. Happy birthday to you, Nana Kwame Adansi Chum. From your mom, Auntie Sandra, and from your dad, Nana Adansi Chum. And there's a very special request here. It says, happy birthday to the First Lady of the Yas family and also CEO of Ivy Collections, Mrs. Yvonne Broby. And the message is, we are thrilled to have you around us and we cannot bless God enough for your life. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Yvonne Broby, from the management and staff of Lexta Ghana Limited. And I pay Minia Bema St. Philip of St. Philip's Enterprise. Baby, you will be a Machel, papa. Minia Bema St. Philip's of St. Philip's Enterprise, Machel, papa. Saso Anna, Mr. Abaka. Eja Abaka. I wanna wage my phone in a more goal fuel station, our Tantra. And I pay Machel on papa. Eja my phone more goal fuel station, our Tantra. Mrs. Georgina Buedi. Uwo Boasam Enterprise. Ewo Nima. Wene ebusuafo nyina na pay me chia munyame inshira mo.
Tune it in, turn it up, FM, and rip off the knobs.
Me wo edwuma baako ye. Se nyame ya adomo a ahomachin wei eye Ghana time. Ahomachin wei Ghana any America ebebo international friendly match. Yeah, Ghana Black Stars, any America. Wombebo international friendly match. Ne time a wombebo no, Ghana ha ahmachin du mienum pay mu alpha hour. Sa time no. Yebebo bo no ewo Jodis Park, ewo Nashville, Tennessee. Na wuni say Black Stars omo official sponsor any Hisense. Yeah, Ghana Black Stars omo official sponsor any Hisense. Intia brebia Black Stars ebebo match no. Obeti ewo Peace FM ha se esu eneme se eba no home appliances dia. Ghana ha obia eneme se eba no home appliances dia. Obe papa efe ewa hoodin entwi enyenama hoodin. Wotwa wonsa ensi from essence ye ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty there. Na when say we are talking about Hisense. Hisense wodofo yen any the official sponsor at the Ghana Black Stars. Nyame eye adomo a ene ahomachin na chese ade echi ochena anapa ukuada ene ahomachin dumienu mp mu alpha hour. Ghana Black Stars yene America ewo international friendly eba so ewo Jodis Park ewo Nashville, Tennessee. Netesenia abrebia no Hisense ye support Black Stars abrebia o mobile with Hisense predict and win. Intino so far as I watch this music bed sisi ane ye be platform no obetumi a participate esan senyame ya adomo a wochina womo a wometumi a predict correctly no. We will select at random 10 lucky winners, and they will each receive 500 Ghana. That is Kaneno 5 million. Me pacho unim enshashayene dada. Just for prediction for bra. Say ebia Ghana 1, America 1. Na would the register wo momo number. Any wo momo number, because so wo prediction no eba correct. Ena at random no ye select wa. Ochina anapa by 8 o'clock. Ubehunu say ye be send wo momo money of Kaneno 5 million and I say 500 Ghana. Into no a prediction no Ghana 1, America 1, nebia wachuro Peter Square. Na wode wo momo number no na wode ahye ho. Na afei wode any of the high sense slogans, because we prediction never correct. That's a high sense slogan and kahwa. Ye nim baby with the prediction neko. It's with the prediction never with the within any woman number. Now with the high sense slogan, say be a high sense. Everyday prices for everyday people. High sense, best electronic brand. High sense, best electronic product. Ebia, and then so a prediction never correct. Or chanapa between 7:30 and 8. Yebe freo, because we want to confirm say ye wa wehu. Ye freo na se wa anfa. Yebe pass it on to another person. Ye freo na wa anfa dia no ndi wala. So from now till midday, for the next 30 minutes, ye be a platform no. From now till midday, okay? From now till midday, ye be a platform no. Just who knows? Who knows? And to know, we wish you all the best. A high sense predict and win promotion.
They give me peace, they give me grace. So I thank you, my Jesus. Thank you, my Lord. Darling Jesus, oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful, Lord. I love you so much, darling Jesus. Oh my darling Jesus, you are wonderful, Lord. You never leave me, you never forsake me. I can count on you when everyone fails me. You know the time to shower me with blessings. So I love you, my Jesus. Oh, love you, my Lord. Darling, 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 Jesus, darling Jesus. Oh, my darling Jesus, you are wonderful, Lord. I love you so much, darling Jesus. Oh, my darling Jesus, you are wonderful, Lord.
Peace 104.3 FM Suni. Ebusia Sefei ena wedi we fidie no ato ha e ha ye Peace 104.3 FM aka sema edwenu enwotwe ma premoato. Yeda se ebia wo drive na yehu donti wedi we fidie na to ha yeda se nyame nhirawo. Nyankopon ankasa ontubofo bi na won ka ho a wo kwan so a won fa won koduru asomdwe bebia wo kobia. Wo koduru so a anamontuo bia obetu bia no enwie nkonumdie emawo ewo Yesu din munti. Amen. I will acknowledge my sponsors na afei message you starting no endra no matwaso intimi acknowledge my sponsors Hisense any my main sponsor. Na I think for the past 2 weeks, ena yebo de rule say Hisense yebeye adoye yebeye. The Hisense television promo is back, okay? Hisense television promo no is back. Na nyame ya adomu a free ochina na pa kokroku a free ochina October 18th to October 28th. Hisense ye betiti ye TV ye toning na a free ye sleek 32-inch screen right up to an impressive 150-inch television. Yeah, kaneno nanka the largest size a market 98 inches. A couple of weeks back, and they introduced Hisense ye laser televisions nikasian from 100 right up to 150 inches. Into a TV be no what is a TV kasia ba na opebia ya tete ne bo no so pa e free ochina edikopim October 28th. Nanya se reduction sales nkwa na yeye. Promotion no ade ba ko awo mu no se woto TV a ne kese no e free 65 inches and larger edekwa. You receive a free DSTV decoder and 3 months of subscription free. Inti yestati promotion no china. Me sponsors ba konsusu MTN everywhere you go. Na when me say bosumia ye womu MTN Momo month. Inti as part of the MTN Momo month campaign, we're sharing Momo tips with you each morning. And this morning, the Momo tips that we are sharing with you is that make sure money is deducted from your wallet when sending money to avoid multiple sending, okay? Make sure money is deducted from your wallet when you're sending money to avoid multiple sending. And secondly, do not share. I repeat, do not share or expose your Momo PIN under any circumstances, not even to the network provider. MTN everywhere you go. Ena Afe Skakrabia, Best Point Savings and Loans. Best Point Savings and Loans. We say your dream is our business. Whatever say yada aboafo asie aka sema eduenenum ma promotory. Enra and me introduce a topic no ebrenti mean to me embu enkompon into no enra mi wie no and I made it too just say today I'll be sharing with you the power behind a vow. The power behind a vow. This morning I'm going to teach you something very unique about vows. Let me give you the power points. First of all, a vow brings someone having nothing into having something from God. In other words, a vow will prosper the person who makes it. Secondly, a vow makes you untouchable. Whatever that is set apart in a vow cannot be touched, not even by the devil himself. And I repeat, whatever that is set aside in a vow cannot be touched, not even the devil himself. And then the final point is, whatever has been set aside in a vow, it ceases to be the property of the one who surrendered their right over it. Enunti eduru ho am explain ya kireo enunti na Ananias and Sapphira womo agapade no makoton no omo ma asore ne kakra wezu Holy Ghost and Holy Spirit owo bi wom we nko owo bi enime yo omo dia, but then they placed the proceeds of that property under a vow, and whatever that comes under a vow, it ceases to be the property of the one who surrendered their rights of it. Into I want just to use one example, one vow, to demonstrate the power of a vow at work. What you say to me, se obi ya vow edi ichire no, me the one vow ebe ye demonstration achiro. Na me use Genesis 28:20, which in the Bible biblical literature, that was the first vow that was made. Genesis 28:20, scripture says, then Jacob made a vow saying, now, vow be a if, then, se we we mamia, may we, sana vow a ye juma. Inti sa waka che Nyankopon se we we mamia, may we, na nyamehwe na se won pair, na wanya, won ne ka. Oye, adian agreement ni ye, if, then. So let's look at this vow critically. Genesis 28:20, Jacob making a vow. Then Jacob made a vow saying, if God will be with me and watch over me on this journey, and if he will provide me with food to eat and clothes to wear, so that I may return safely to my father's house. Into Jacob vow and say, as I saw didn't qua no was saying edene ba. Or no one can you or say as a so so. No didn't qua no saying the neighbor neje fee and only a if. Now fe oba then if God will do that, then the Lord will be my God. And this stone I have set up as a pillar will be God's house. And of all that he gives me, I will surely give a tenth. Now, the first question is, under what circumstances did Jacob made this vow? Na tibia ben na Jacob womu a ode koye sa vow we. Odofo vow ho asem a me no wokan tia kosi eya wada na se fiada. Ansa na obeye vow a waye, because I said I will have to listen very carefully. Tibia ben na Jacob wom. Let me explain it. Jacob was being pursued by Esau to kill him. It was only darkness that gave him a break, only to be continued the following morning. Tibia na Jacob womuno, and I made chirawo tibia ye komu ansa na ye vow. Yes, I ho tewa na wose me koye vow. It go over you. Ye nya ne keke. Na Esau oyobi ane ho odin chen Jacob. Esau na wo ye bombofo a wonim kwaye mu ene esre so. Cause ho anonenam a wokum mmoa. You see, I want you to put yourself, or just picture this scenario. If you are hunted by a hunter, where will you hide? Kak bobilo e chaboshinye komi. Kak koche jibole nche pwengbo ba chon kak bobilo bole komi for bobilo. When you are hunted by a hunter, you are as good as dead. You see, Odinechi Esau, if you know the true story, Esau succeeded in destroying all the provisions and everything he was traveling with, and he was left with nothing but his life. So when him story now, say Rebecca, Tama Osma Eyisa Onkono, Wanfa and Sapine and a jar Jacob Quine. Omani provisions na dear, but Esau, person who kununtino, was says Sanyo meaning in our fear na canon qua or beji. He was as good as dead. So he made a vow that, Lord, if you will save me from Esau and prosper me, then I will give you tithe. Wherefore, maybe I can't be what tithe, because that time Jacob or share Yankopon was obema ne tithe, no. Now the law giving, or the law, generally the law wasn't in place. Listen, sometimes you don't understand why some of us, we are faithful tithers. You don't know. Not that we are oblivious or we are ignorant of the present dispensation that we are not under the law. And neither how are we being deceived by any pastor. But some of us, we've made a vow. Mamenke bio. Ye wo ye mu bi wo ho a ye tua into so dunu. Yes, ye nim twerɛsɛm say we are not under the law. Anase sɔfoɔ bi na ada yɛn. Ye mu bi etu anamon a Jacob tu ye. Ya hyɛ Nyankopɔn bo. You see, Hannah ebɔ mpaeɛ style bi abi. Ɛna Hannah hunu sɛ mpaeɛ bɔ style bi abi a wabɔ no, onya ye funu mu ba. So Hannah made a vow give me a son, I'll give him back to you. And God said, now you are talking. Hannah bompa yesterday baby. Osha emfa. And oye vow. Oye vow ne penyankopon say aha. Now you are talking. You see, some of us, our background, where we are coming from, you can see all your brothers. They never worked. They couldn't marry. They are just wasting their lives. Well, to me, who say you have been programmed to fail horribly. I mean, fail spectacularly in life. You must be why you show your brother to me who say busunya me demu die. Me be sansani me to me kura ware na mahwememba. Okay, say sa na tie dia. Onyankopon, I made a vow. Sa wo ma me adwuma ye na wo ba me ho ban a bosum bia so a me de me ketua nchichemudu me de bebrɛw. We ani asɔre ene Bible nkyerɛ saa ɛna asɔfo na ɛdaadaa ye. Wotimi ase. Some of us, we are titers because we have made a vow. You understand what I'm saying? That is what Jacob told God. Now, let me ask you, are you unemployed? Though you have all the qualifications, and you can just tell that you are just wasting your life away. Let me ask you, if you're in that situation, are you willing to make a vow to God that God, if you give me a good and permanent job to do, I will give you 1/10 of my salary? Or are you a person who is saying that oh, obi wo ho a obetumi aka che Yakobon say pa se bosome so amema tight de nkera de nka mentine fie but sa wo so tifie no to me who say I am wasting away. God, I will make a vow to you that if you give me a job at the end of every month, I'll give you tithe. Not because of the church or because of anything, but it's a vow between myself and my God. Now listen carefully. Some of you, your huge sums of money has been locked up without any hope of retrieving it. Mumu bebre mu tie mi anape. Musika twitwiri di aka baby. Wanka se woni ni dasuo bia se wonsa beka. Se wo beti vow ase a, you can vow to God that, Father, if you can let me retrieve all my money in bulk, I vow that I'll give you 1/10. In the next minute, you will get all your money. If you vow to God. You see, in scripture, we have something called the mistake of Laban. One day I'll teach you. You will be a Bible, your friend, the mistake of Laban. Laban, Jacob called in Cheno. Laban, no onim say Jacob was under a vow, and as such, he was untouchable. I mentioned that a vow makes the person untouchable, and whatever that is set aside in a vow cannot be touched. Shadie, because of vow na Jacob, vow na wa ye yentino. Na say Nyankopon o play ni part. That is why Laban tried so many ways and so many times to cheat Jacob, but he still prospered and multiplied. Why? Because he was under a vow. 20 years later, when Jacob was so comfortable, God came to him, remembered him of the vow, and asked him to return. Finally, Laban was set to kill Jacob. Now watch it. Vow na the vow, the power of the vow. Shadie bi me kan bi binchro. Genesis 31 verse 22. Scripture says, 3 days later, Laban heard that Jacob had run away, so he gathered his men together and began to chase Jacob. And after 7 days, Laban found Jacob near the hill country of Gilead. Because of the vow in place, that Jacob had to return to Bethel and pay the tithe. Because of the vow made Jacob untouchable. Scripture say, Anadjo, that night, God came to Laban in a dream and said, be careful not to say anything, either good or bad, to Jacob. I bring you back wake doto kawanutum. French neighbor say dezevous. God came to Laban and said, shut up, don't say anything to Jacob. In the morning, Laban obey and say, "What have you done? I have the power to harm you." Exactly. He was following Jacob to harm him. But because the vow was in place that Jacob asked God to bring him back safely to his father's house, Laban couldn't do anything. Abra ninua iso ebe shiano. Do you think protocol is meeting your brother with 400 men? If we have a visitor coming to Ghana and the whole of Ghana armed forces are at the airport, do you think it is protocol? That is not protocol, it is war. Now, why do you come with 400 men? That wasn't the intention. But because of the vow in place, Jacob, he bought a land at Shechem for 100 pieces of silver. But that wasn't what he promised. So the Lord caused his children to kill all the men in Shechem, so they have to run away. So when you come to Genesis 35 verse 1, then God said to Jacob, "Go to Bethel and settle there and build an altar there to God who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." This is 20 years after the vow. He came back. He wanted to settle at Shechem. God caused them to move from there. God wanted him to come until we read Genesis 35:10. God appeared to him, and then he erected a stone pillar, poured oil on it, and called it Bethel. The only way out of a vow is to fulfill it. Let me tell you something. If you see a thriving church or a thriving ministry or a church that is under a vow, nothing can bring it down. Your friend of Boshe, we before don't try. What kind? Proverbs chapter 31 verse 2. Bathsheba, he told Solomon, "The son of my vows." I'll talk about this tomorrow. Bathsheba said, "The son of my vows." Maybe also, Ochana, my entua vows no so. Why?
Peace and fam, station with a vision. 104.3. Peace and fam, 104.3. Peace and fam.
Impedifo si agro ye de no na ade san kwentufo megidi sen komono senia kononka Bosheba ene son of my vows. No, you would wanted to know more about it. We'll continue tomorrow, God willing. Okay, 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Wadaruma ebusuya me commercials kakrebi fe waso fe me na fe memfa entu enim me sha sia ye de live boy and kaiboi ene de sha sia live boy. The world's #1 selling germ protection soap. Now, do you know that you need to wash your hands with soap under running water for a minimum of 20 seconds to remove harmful germs and chemicals from your hand? Yeah, and I pay live boy say yenfa sa and kaiboi yenfa embrel. Bronya ne de edura ne sa na me pa cho yemu a yeton entare no. Minim se sabre yes $100 ye hwe na ye booki flight any hotels me pa cho menua ba na menua bema afi wei bro nyantare no obeton na wanya ho mfaso wate ade na me kana sa St Philip's Enterprise say yemfa ntodwa se wo modinkan wo makọ Dubai wo makọ Turkey wo makọ China bebi antare papa ni nyina wo wo makọ akofa ni nyina ma containers no ebedru. Enti sa woton ntare a afi we nka hu hia so betu kwan ko amanone fa we ne kire St Philip's ya so ye bia ntare bia wo kwakofa ede ababeton bronya bre mu no St Philip's ye de aba enya no nko a onse no ne yama no ne de sisia ne ma St Phillips yedwadie no aye den se ye ton kaftan ne ye friend of perfect man kaftan no nti obi aba wo store mu no wo beto ade a wo to jeans ne we ne kakra na waje perfect man kaftan ba ku bia 25 wo de ba kwa asori na je se obi wura wo boutique ne mu a wonye bibia nti bra St Phillips ya so ye bia opesa wo fresh St Phillips ene ye ekasa efa business ho a ye numbers ena me dey to dwen obetumi afre St Phillips ewo 0244 147212 that is 0244 147212 and as 0244 440641 that is 0244 147212 and I said 0244 440641 St Phillips and Tari Papa Fie Mepacho Lion Aluminium ye silver and chancing any and chancing ye di crew dance no sisia no ye de chancing fufuru bia ye di crew dance aba no ye blue scope AM 150 self clean color bond no ye the colors bebre ye the aba sa blue scope AM 150 self clean color bond ye edema mo dan ene mu project no ben empoano won say se wo si dan wo mpoano a bibia we de beye bia no esese wo bisa because enchine ne nti ema enwoma ewi daachi entem nia Lion Aluminium ede aba no wo si dan wo poano pe na wo de no ya eno de afebo enwe naachi na good news na say Lion Aluminium Products Limited we are running promotion on all our products till the end of the year. So we're calling on prospective homeowners and contractors to rush to our office on the Spinters Road, or you can call us on 0302 812 552. That is 0302 812 552 or 02. I beg your pardon. The next number is a mobile number 050 952 1865. 050 952 1865. You are starting new academic year. Me pacho say open school papa bi edwo bana kwa. Ye bia school bia wode wo bana kwa atesanya wone ne ekọ wode wo bana eku school ewo UK pepepe unse woko UK abrochime mu a eno mo use Cambridge curriculum ede titi enkwala na ma wo mo Cambridge education sisi an wonim si ye bia school bi wa Ghana ha was Painters wo mo ede Cambridge curriculum etiti enkwala na ma wo mo Cambridge education school ne din ede Selhurst Ellistat Montessori School was Pintex so betumi afre school no 0540 967366 and as 0249 138 012 woba eco school was Selhurst Ellistat Montessori School school bia o person woto aso kono ye be hunu sa akwala no oba school no mu a wade enum nyamba school no ntie be fa no se uwo akwada bia we di free mfie mienu de kopim mfie nsia anapei mame me kanfo Kelkis toothpaste e de more why Kelkis toothpaste no we di twi we di hye bia we di free mfie mienu de kopim mfie nsia edi nkan ebema akwada ne nsia pai fita akwala ne sere a ne ho aye nikan nikasa afei se enumuka bi wo ho a ebeyi na abo esene ho ban na esene enya hoden agro bia ba edisika na befie agro no se obedi bia emfa ho network we use fa wo phone no na bo *946# for more mula obenya more mula sisia bo *946# agro ne din at the pick one into the wobasa platform we so bo *946# na ebebie amao afi the numbers from 1 to 36 pick back wa ho odin te sen ubetumi ede a free 1 Ghana cedis ede kopem 350 Ghana cedis udi eguso se wona mane ba yɛbɛbɔ ho mpre eduonunsia 26 times at the amount way a pick one game a free game pack games. Niamede sorry so yen krato a free EcoBank. EcoBank say bro nya ba obi a ye hye. Nti no yede the new EcoBank money emergency number yede atudwa. Star 770 hash. And star 770 hash gives you instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime, data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there is no need to panic, even if you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Just dial star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.